Did Japan just ban BL? That's what fans across Reddit and Twitter, X, have been asking for days, after posts claimed that Japanese yaoi is suddenly being regulated or even outlawed. Some even blamed a potential new conservative prime minister. And just like that, the phrase "Japan is banning BL" started spreading fast, from Reddit threads to anime Twitter. But if you actually ask people living in Japan, many say they haven't heard anything like that. So where did this rumor even come from? And why does it feel so believable, like BL really could disappear overnight? Let's pause for a second and find out what's really going on. The fear that Japan might ban BL isn't new. It's a rumor that keeps coming back, especially whenever politics shift or someone spots an old law they'd never heard of before. But recently, it flared up again online. Posts started circulating on Reddit and anime Twitter asking, "Is yaoi being regulated in Japan?" Others compared it to Western censorship trends. Then users actually living in Japan stepped in fast. One wrote, "Hello from Japan. I haven't heard any of that." Another said, "It's just random what-if conversations and running jokes on Japanese Twitter." And they were right. There's no national law, no government statement, and no new regulations specifically targeting BL or yaoi either. The panic came from something real, but it wasn't a ban. It was a misunderstanding of a long-standing Tokyo policy that fans recently rediscovered. Here's what's actually behind the panic. In Tokyo, there's a long-standing rule called the Tokyo Metropolitan Ordinance for the Healthy Development of Youth, specifically Article 8. This rule allows the city to label certain books, magazines, or comics as harmful to youth. Once labeled, those works must be sealed in plastic, displayed separately from other books, and can't be sold or lent to anyone under 18. The same ordinance has existed since 2011, when Tokyo first expanded it after complaints about explicit manga, including BL and even violent action titles. Stores that ignore it can face fines of up to 300,000 yen. And Tokyo's own government website makes it clear, adults can still buy and read these works freely. So it isn't a ban. It's a long-standing content labeling system, one that regulates how explicit material is displayed, not whether it can exist. So if this rule has existed for years, why did everyone suddenly think BL was banned? It started when screenshots of the Tokyo Metropolitan Government's Section 8 designated books list resurfaced online. People saw new titles being added in 2024 and 2025, including manga labeled harmful to youth. What many fans didn't realize is that these lists are updated every few months and usually include all kinds of media: crime magazines, violent comics, and sometimes BL. But once a few posts highlighted that several of the flagged titles were BL, the internet filled in the blanks. Mistranslations spread fast, when the word designated was mistaken for banned, and harmful books got shortened to BL books banned in Tokyo. News snippets, old articles, and screenshots from 2022, like BL artist Hoshizaki Ryo's tweets about being flagged, were taken out of context and reposted as if they were brand new crackdowns. By the time the rumor hit Reddit and anime Twitter, it sounded like a nationwide ban. In reality, it was just the regular Article 8 update, a bureaucratic list mistaken for censorship. BL artist Hoshizaki Ryo has spoken out about this process. Back in 2022, one of their comics was suddenly labeled an unhealthy book by the Tokyo government. In a series of tweets, they said they'd already taken care to avoid extreme content, yet the title was still flagged. They described the system as random, opaque, and stressful, worrying they'd have to start censoring themselves just to stay safe. Those tweets resurfaced in 2024 and 2025, as fans pointed out how unpredictable the process still feels. Other creators and readers began to notice a pattern. More BL titles seemed to be getting labeled unhealthy compared to straight male erotica. A later clarification helped explain why. Works already marked R18 are exempt from the ordinance, but many BL publishers avoid that label, fearing it will limit sales or alienate fans. That leaves them more vulnerable to these youth restriction designations, even when the content is similar to other genres. Critics argue this isn't about morality, it's about gender. Because when women write desire, it's harmful. When men draw worse in shonen magazines, it's just fantasy. This isn't a sudden wave. Similar things have happened before. Back in 2008, the Sakai Municipal Library stopped buying or displaying BL, saying it confused young women about gender roles. That case was later cited in Boys Love Manga and Beyond, 2015, an academic book, showing how some officials have long viewed women's queer fiction as problematic. It's a pattern that still echoes today. No, Japan didn't ban BL. There's no government campaign to erase queer media. The panic spread because viral US book bans and memes got mixed in, making it look global. And when someone online claimed only 16 BL manga were left, one Reddit user reached out to Dr. Thomas Baudinet, a scholar of Japanese pop culture and BL media, who confirmed there's no targeted crackdown, just bad data and normal market shifts. So, Japan didn't ban BL. What's really happening is a youth access restriction system that sometimes hits BL harder than other genres. It's not new, but it does show how women's queer media keeps ending up under special scrutiny. Maybe the question isn't, is BL banned? But why does it always make people nervous when women take control of fantasy? I hope this pause in the chaos makes you think. If it did, tell me, do you think BL is unfairly policed or just misunderstood? And if you want more stories like this, unpacking the rumors, culture, and power behind Asian entertainment, consider subscribing before you go. Until next time, this is GPkP.